Hello guys, Vino here, coming at you with the Vino Plonk production, and today in this video I'm coming at you with a bonanza of Switch accessories. Here you can see in front of you three Switch accessories, 4 or 5 depending on how you want to count how much contained within here, but we are going to get into these Switch accessories. But before I go any further, please hit that subscribe button. It's big, it's red, it's free. Hit it and you'll be subscribed to my channel. If then you hit the bell icon, make sure the quotations are around it, you'll receive a notification to your device of choice every time I choose to upload a video. Ooh, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And if your feelings are a little bit more complicated than that, please hit the like button or the dislike button, depending on your feelings. And also, please put a comment down below. So, we're going to get into this video. Funny thing is, there are going to be some people, a certain subset of my audience, that aren't going to like this new energetic take, this new energy I'm injecting into my videos, because they try to, you know, quell it. They tried to snuff it out before, but it's not being snuffed out. It's here to stay. So I popped out today and to go down to my city centre. I was actually there for a different reason, but while there I decided to pick up these things because I had some reward credit for Game. It's a game store here in the UK, ironically called Game, and these I picked up from an Amazon locker on the way home, because I bought those from Amazon because my Switch Joycons need replacing, as we'll get to in a moment. So I suppose the best thing to go with now is to start with this, maybe, which is a PS4 Xbox Switch controller case. So if we take off this sleeve, kind of generic guff on the back, let that fall on the floor. It's got this sort of double skull motif. This is part of Game's own line of accessories. They used to call their own line of accessories Gameware. I'm not sure what they call it nowadays, but hey, it is what it is. You open it up. I actually forgot to bring a controller with me, but you open it up. There's a space for your controller, nice and velcroed, so you can just stick your controller in there. And there's also a space up there for any cables if you wish to have it hardwired. So yes, I'll talk about why I bought this in a moment. Probably fairly obvious, but it does go in conjunction with the other thing I bought, which is of course this. This is the Power A Folio Case Sakopor case for the Nintendo Switch. Now this is actually geared more towards the Switch Lite than it is the standard Switch, as we'll get into, but hey, so quite a nice looking case in my opinion. You zip it open and then inside you are greeted with this. You also get space for 7 Switch carts and an area up here for maybe cables or something. I thought this would be a good space for Joycons. We'll get to that in a moment. So this section here actually does come out. It's velcroed on the back, and that part there can be attached to a carabiner or a backpack. Now, the reason why this is more geared towards the Switch Lite than it is the standard Switch is because if we take my Switch, we need to take my Joy-Cons off anyway. This is one of the reasons why I need replacement Joy-Cons. Normally, you've got to press the button on the back to release these Joy-Cons. Not with my Joy-Cons, they have a handy dandy quick release feature. So, we're going to slip my Switch, ooh, sexy, into this case. This is why it's geared more towards the Switch Lite than it is the standard Switch. So the standard Switch, you have to take your Joy-Cons off in order to get it into this little pouch here. And if you put these in here, I'm just going to sort of simulate that now for you, and then try and close it, you can't close it. So I'm not sure what you then do with your Joy-Cons. Maybe you'd stick those in your pocket or something, or a backpack or a handbag or a purse, if you will. But it kind of, to me, defeats the purpose of this being an all-in-one solution to carry your Switch around and games and what have you. So that's a bit of a knock against it, in my opinion. But combined with this and the, you know, the Switch itself, I do have a Pro Controller. I could stick a Pro Controller in there, or the other option is, of course, there we go, they do rattle around, which is not the most comforting of feelings, but hey, it's a solution if I wanted to go down that road. Now, in terms of the quality of this case, I like this a lot, and that's why I've bought it. I bought this and this case. If I ever want to take my Switch and Pro Controller out, they are far more protected in these cases than they would be otherwise. And there have been times where I've wanted to take my Switch at work, and I've just got my Pro Controller and my Switch rattling around in my bag. I do have another case for my Switch, but it's nowhere near as protective as this one. So I want to buy a more protective case that's a bit more harder wearing, has a bit more padding, what have you, to put my Switch in, so when I do take it to work and such, it's far more protected. So that's that. So the final thing we're going to move on to, probably the most important part of all this, because it allows you to play your Switch, it's my Joy-Cons. So these a couple of weeks back were £80, over £80, something like that, on Amazon. I looked the other day, they were 57. I had a £40 gift card that Amazon provided for me due to a bugger up they caused. And also, if you got it sent to an Amazon locker rather than your home address, you got a further £7 off. And seeing as literally Amazon locker is just down the road from me, hey. So we're going to unbox these. The box is fairly basic in terms of just tells you how to use Joy-Cons, but if you've had a Switch for any length of time, you know how to use Joy-Cons. Inside, fairly basic packaging. We shall throw the controllers out of the packaging. So we have the blue and the red Joy-Cons, and of course we have the wrist straps. So we're now going to just slip these out of their packaging. And before we actually connect them to my Switch, we're just going to take some time to compare to my previous Joy-Cons. So you can tell that these are a bit more worn. This area here is a bit shinier and obviously has been worn. These feel fresh. They've still got that sort of powdered feel to them. The other thing about newer Joy-Cons, if you didn't know, by the way, oh, the home button is slightly different. Interesting. Is these have actually been better, how can I put this? There's things in here to combat Joy-Con drift, apparently, drift. The other thing that was changed in these controllers is the catch that's, you know, connected to the left and right rail of your Switch has been improved to stop the wear down that of course is, you know, caused from these. So we're now going to grab my Switch out of the case I just stuck it into. Make sure it's the right way around. Once again, if we put my old Joy-Cons on just to demonstrate this, they come straight off without having to press the buttons. The reason why I'm replacing the Joy-Cons is that the inside rail buttons do not work at all. So what they're called, SL, SR, and the sync button do not work, and the lights don't light up. It happened for a while. So this one, you can actually see here, if I focus in a little bit, you can actually see right here there's a split. So basically what I did is I had my Switch in a battery case. In fact, this Antank battery case, it was clipped around my Switch, and I accidentally threw it across my front room. You can actually see that this Antank case, this area here comes out very easily, and that's part of the damage that was caused. There you go, you can actually tell whenever I press that button. So that side, it's not outdoing it, but that side snaps out a bit better than that side. I've actually damaged the mechanism a little bit on this battery case. Yeah, so I threw my Switch with that across the room, and it went everywhere. And this was actually literally hanging, you can't see that, hanging off like this, essentially. And the rail was still attached to the Switch, it's just that, you know, part of it come apart. So that's how that ended up breaking. I'm not sure what happened with that one, just over time it ended up breaking. So I've actually gotten confused. These are the new Joy-Cons, these are the old Joy-Cons. Let's do this. Clip, and there we go. I can't, and I'm not going to try and force it because I don't want to degrade those clips, but you can tell that's a lot more secure, and that's a much nicer playing feeling. Because the thing about these Joy-Cons, as I was playing with them, there was a chance they could slip off the rails and all that kind of stuff. Go off the rails! Yeah, they could slip off the rails That's not a fun feeling when you're trying to play handheld and there's the chance that your Switch could fall out the middle, or, you know, Joy-Cons could go flying off. But yeah, replacement Joy-Cons, which I've needed for such a long time now, and I decided to bite the bullets. So that has been a look at some various Switch accessories that I decided to get. I've just realised that most of the stuff I bought on credit, either via an Amazon gift card or reward credit I had through the particular company I bought, the store I bought those cases from. So yeah, actually a pretty damn good saving, all in all, and I'm very happy with these pickups. On the subject of pickups, stay tuned to either today or tomorrow, and there's another pickup, if you will. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, as I said at the beginning, like, comment, subscribe, leave a dislike or a like. Said that already, but you get the deal. Until next time guys, please take care, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.